Hey Kong, I got a good question for you.
What is it?
Who do you think is the scariest Titan around?
Well, I mean, it's obviously me.
Nah, I don't think you're scary at all. You're just as scary as a gorilla in a zoo exhibit. I, on the other hand, am so dang scary I'll knock your socks off.
How are you scary?
Well, look at me. I have dorsal spikes, I'm basically a crocodile that stands on two legs, and I have a massive tail and a beam that can fry anybody and anything.
That just makes you deadly, not scary.
Okay, wise guy, who do you think is scary?
That answer would be me.
MechaGodzilla, I hate to break it to you, but you look like a reject from Power Rangers, so skedaddle, you're not the scariest.
Oh, dang you, I don't like you. Dang them, if they want scary, I'll give them scary.
Honestly, I think this one that would be scariest would probably be King Ghidorah.
Hello, friends. There's only room for one scary titan around these woods. That's what I thought. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another review. My name is Matthew, and in this video, we're going to be taking another figure review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Playmates MechaGodzilla with HEAV. This is, oddly enough, one of my most anticipated figures I've ever wanted in my entire collection because it's not only what was the first MechaGodzilla 6-inch figure that we've ever gotten, it was like literally the most sought after Playmates figure I think that ever was released. Like, this thing was sold out everywhere, and I think even nowadays it's very hard to track down, but luckily I got mine for a steal of a deal, and let's go over it. So, first, the sculpt and paint. I know there's a bit of, what do you say, troubled opinions, I guess. A lot of opinions about MechaGodzilla's design. Specifically, how he looks in the movies, saying, oh, he looks too much like Kong because of his long arms. He doesn't look like MechaGodzilla. This is ugly and whatnot. I don't think this was supposed to be like the most sleek and robust design. I see this more as a mechanical humanoid X cross with Godzilla, if that makes any sense. Because this looks like a human, in my opinion. Look at the anatomy. This looks like human proportions, like long arms, decently sized waist, long legs. Not so much of the feet and head, and not so much of the arms, but this looks like a human build, if that makes any sense. The Mechagodzilla head is actually pretty dang close to the movie. I definitely do like the fact that, like, everything about the head just looks like Godzilla. And even the tiny little beady red eyes just look so well painted. The bottom of the nope, it's the bottom of the jaw. The bottom of the jaw's actually got some nice metallic painting in there, which I definitely do applaud Playmates for doing that. Nothing at the top of the mouth, actually a bit of detail towards the top of the mouth, nothing too major. But yeah, I have a nice smooth top side of the body, not so much at the bottom. You have like little divots that look like gills, maybe. You have some nice sculpting at the shoulders. Really nice kind of rectangular, almost looking design with the X patterns that are meant to replicate the Mechagodzilla 74 X symbol on his chest. And then forearms look pretty good. Claw machines for the hands. Oddly enough, they're in different positions. This one's like in a more grasp position. This one's more in a grabbing position where it's about to grab you. Or reaching out almost, like letting its hand out. The body looks pretty dang well painted and sculpted with some nice red in there to really bring out some of the more red paint that you see in the movie. The shoulders look pretty nice too. The back looks pretty dang sweet. Like the gummy red plastic rubbery material they used. The middle fins are a bit more firm than the side fins, but that's only because they're much more thicker and sturdier on this thing. The hips look really big, and the chest itself still looks pretty good. The legs are amazing, and if you move the legs out, if you recall on the monster arts, you'll recall pistons. The Playmates also has it, but unlike the Monster Arts, these are actually cut. So we'll get more. We'll talk about more of that in the articulation section. That's where they put the copyright information. Which can we start putting them on the hips, please? Like right here, so that way when they're covered up, where they're not like plastered anywhere else, but like the feet, please. Like, thank you. Knees look pretty good too. Feet are really oddly shaped. I get the shape they were going for, but these just look more like some sort of hand. It's like whoop, like that. And he's also got some high heels. And the legs also have like the same pattern that the arms do. And then his very long tail. This is actually pretty dang long, all things extended and considered. All these little segments are individually sculpted, and you can still see it still stays consistent with the detail as it goes from here to here. And of course, the little drill tail at the end. So when it comes to the sculpt and paint applications, I feel like in terms of paint applications, it could use a bit more, but honestly, it's not that bad. I wish there was a bit more red, but what red is there, it's totally fine. And I wasn't really expecting any dry brushing on the jaw. That was like really cool. For articulation, he's got nothing at the head, which is kind of surprising. You'd think they'd feature at least a head joint. Yeah, there's no head joint, even though it looks like it can swivel. This is all locked in thanks to the dorsal fins. I kind of wish there was a head joint kind of cut, maybe like lower the dorsal fins so the gap that's in between the dorsal fins can go align with the cut so you can get some movement, but sadly no. There is mouth articulation, which I kind of wish when you opened it up, it didn't look like this, because you close it like this, it looks fine. You open it up, and then there's this obvious hinge. I kind of wish there was like the maybe sculpted in cannon. I don't know. You could have engineered like some sort of way to have the hinge covered up, and then you open it up, and then there's the cannon. But you'll notice the hole in the throat. We'll get into that sooner. The throat. This is a mechanical being, not an organic titan. The shoulders are probably one of my favorite things about this figure. They go up and about that bar, down about that bar. It can actually rotate almost all the way around. I guess kind of like this. They don't rotate all the way around like this, thanks to the fact that the shoulder pads are in the way. Nothing at the elbow, nor wrist or fingers on either side, weirdly enough. Nothing at the waist either, but the hips, the legs. This is what Playmates should be doing. All figures. Not only do they have some of the best leg joints I've seen on a Godzilla figure. Hold on. They can go all the way up. They can kick all the way back. And they can spread all the way out to the side. Doing the splits. The Monster Arts couldn't do this. Even if you detach the pistons, the SHMA can't do this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but when it comes to the hip joints, Playmates one-up SHMA. What kind of a feat is that? That just goes to show you how much Monster Arts has fallen from grace. That's right, SHMA. Step up your articulation game on the mechs. We have a bend at the knee. Bend and swivel at the foot, or I guess more of just a swivel. You can rotate all the way around. Both sides, actually. And a ball jointed tail, which only one ball joint. And even though it's incredibly rubberized, as you can see here, there's no bendy wire. Watch. No wire. And yes, it is a ball joint. Which, oddly enough, if you stand MechaGodzilla up like this, I told you, he stands like a human, and he looks like a human. This looks so weird. But yeah, let's plug the tail back on. So yeah, that's articulation. What about accessories? Well, he does come with a bit of battle damage, just like the rest of them. And instead of like it being all fleshy and everything, it's actually cannons. This is an amazing attention to detail, because in the movie, even though it wasn't used, he actually had stomach cannons that were on the actual model. You can actually kind of see them. Granted, they are a bit too big, because there's 3 here and only 4 slides here, and they're a bit disaligned. But this is still an amazing attention to detail. And the fact that he's actually struck here in the movie with the Kong's axe when Kong was like going to Haytown with him, that just goes to show the amount of detail Playmates paid attention to. So that I applaud them for. And another accessory he comes with is the HEAV, which is this like a recolor of the one that that comes with the Skullcrawler, which I kinda have to ask. Why does he come with a HEAV and not his Proton Scream? I know there's a Battle MechaGodzilla, but I think that should have been released with this. I kind of get why, because both are Apex properties, so I guess this could be like a mini Apex kit. But MechaGodzilla with a HEAV? Why not like a Skullcrawler head? Or Skullcrawler corpse? That'd actually kind of be dark. Ugh. So as you can see here, trying to focus in, there you go. You have him with his co-stars in the movie, Godzilla and Kong, and we're actually going to disattach the beam really quick and actually see if it plugs into MechaGodzilla's mouth. Yes, it does. So if you wanted to buy another one of these beams and paint it red, or just get the Battle MechaGodzilla, then go right ahead. And for another size comparison, here he is with his original counterpart, the 1974 MechaGodzilla from both Bandai and later Playmates. Past meets the present. And here he is with the MechaGodzilla Funko Pop. And as you can see, the Pop is definitely more detailed than the Playmates. But honestly, I suggest you pick them up both. They're both $10 each. And that's only $20 altogether. I definitely think the Pop is better than the Playmates. But honestly, that's kind of subjective. And, you know, you pick which one you like better. And here he is with some of my favorite Godzilla figures in my collection. Well, at least one is my favorite. The NECA 2014 Godzilla 2014 from NECA, and the Playmates Godzilla Final Wars, which is one of the most infamous figures of all time, 6-inch version. So, do I recommend this figure? Absolutely. I think if you can just go to Walmart and pick this thing up for only $10, or maybe Target, because those are starting to pick those up now, or maybe comic shops, thrift stores, depending on if you can find one at a thrift store. Just go to Walmart or Target. You'll guarantee one there. Or order it online with scalpers. Enjoy paying their prices. But anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. If you guys like this video, definitely subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next figure review and video. Peace out, everyone.